This episode sponsored by Hybrid Hot Wheels, because Mattel cares about the environment.
Good evening, Little Mushroom. I am your host, Dylan Jungle, here with your top story. A new amusement park called Lava Land has its grand opening this Saturday. Lava Land has been built around and inside the large volcano located at the center of Little Mushroom. Citizens have voiced concerns that a theme park designed around a volcano could potentially lead to a small chance of danger. One ride is described as a water slide but with lava, and another called the Tanning Bed traps riders inside a tanning bed at 400 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Lead reporter Billy Cheesecake was able to get a word with park manager Duchess Swimmer's Ear after hiding inside a trash can for 6 days.
Mrs. Swimmer's Ear, there are a lot of folks worried about the safety of Lava Land. What is your response to their concerns?
I was the DC sniper.
Thousands of people are expected to attend the grand opening, featuring a special appearance by the surviving members of Hanson. Sunblock is recommended.
The following advertisement has been paid for by tax loopholes and other white-collar crimes.
Tom Dashammer is a man of integrity. Tom Dashammer is going to fix the economy the old-fashioned way, with a hammer and nails. Tom Dashammer is going to create so many jobs that even our bugs will be employed. But most importantly, Tom's butthole isn't any. Unlike his opponent, Flood Giggles, whose butthole, when unkempt, hangs down past his knees. Flood Giggles' butthole is an outie. Does that sound like a man you would want to go fishing with? Does that sound like a man who should be your mayor? Does that sound hurt your ears? No? How about this one? Tom Dashammer for mayor, because the other option has a butthole that hangs freakishly low.
From the opening drum beat of cocking your mouth to the final notes of choking, parentheses, my cock down your throat, in parentheses, rapper Lil Dick's first masterpiece makes the ears bleed with love. The album, entitled Size Doesn't Matter, is an autobiographical piece about Lil Dick, real name Chris Johnson, and his struggles with having a small penis.
It's too small. It's the size of a Tic Tac. A 2-calorie dick that's 448 less than a Big Mac.
These are lyrics that deserve to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. This chart-topping smash has made Lil Dick very wealthy, but his focus remains on the music.
I really just want people to listen to the music, and hopefully they can identify with my struggle. If I can accomplish that, then all those years on the street will be worth it.
Lil Dick plans to tour extremely remote, desolate islands this fall.
A meteor shower the size of a penny landed in Little Mushroom earlier today, damaging a sunflower that had been growing for 2 months. The meteor landed in the yard of retired nurse Helen Claymore Mine, and the neighbors say that sunflower was her only friend in the world.
Helen didn't trust many people. I guess that's why that sunflower was the sole beneficiary on her will.
Many citizens have grown concerned that other meteors might be on their way. Scientist Albert Einstein, no relation to the famous one, isn't afraid of any potential meteor shower.
I polished a kidney stone last week the size of a dwarf planet. Now you tell me which you should be more afraid of.
Mrs. Claymore Mine plans to dress the meteor up in baby's clothes and have professional photographs taken at Sears. The sunflower was unavailable for comment.
Weather.
Hello, I am the weatherman, and today expect a lot of sun with a 65% chance of an Amber Alert later on this evening.
Let's take a look at traffic. Interstate 1 million is bumper to bumper after a truck carrying vomit overturned, spilling puke all over the road. Police issued a statement warning people to stay in their cars or risk being grossed out. There's been a wreck reported on Highway Infinity Plus 3. A monster truck and a smart car collided head-on, going over 100 miles per hour. No injuries have been reported. If you see or get into an accident, make sure to call us before calling 911. Please.
Sports.
Nike Under Armour here with an update on all things testosterone fueled, powered by Gatorade. Superstar athlete Michael Tupac Jordan will be out for the season after having surgery on his basketballs. He's not expected to recover. Coach Baldhead Allen was suspended after taking performance-enhancing drugs designed to make him coach better. I got a word with Coach Allen as he took a shower after a game.
The accusations are not true. The only drugs I have ever taken have given me a superpower I'm still not allowed to talk about.
Coach Allen promises to reveal that superpower in his upcoming autobiography, Coaching Jesus, A Life of Prayer and Powerade.
In an effort to improve the economy, Little Mushroom will go on the booger standard starting next week. Candidate for Mayor Flood Giggles was a strong proponent of this new measure, which will see the total amount of money in circulation never exceed the total amount of boogers in our collective noses. Flood Giggles recently addressed the issue at a campaign stop in the fourth dimension.
It is time to get this economy back on track, and the answer, my friends, is boogers.
Little Mushroom is the first city in America to attempt the booger standard since the Great Snot Drought of 1976. Since that time, it has not been uncommon for people to hide jars of snot under their bed, just in case of another financial flu. In other news, Flood Giggles now has support of over 50% of registered voters living in the fourth dimension.
Death is scary, and nobody wants to die alone. This is Billy Cheesecake, and I ask that you please join me in remembering the following people who lost their lives during the past week. Song Dixon, 87, was killed after a cloud fell from the sky and landed on his house. He was outside, trimming his pubic hair garden before being crushed to death by one of God's cotton balls. Song was a Hollywood actor during the blackface days of the jazz singer. He will be buried Friday morning after his skin is peeled off and wrapped around naked bananas. Jackie Gives Goodhead, 15, took her life yesterday after her boyfriend Corey dumped her. He was said to be very unhappy about her, quote, negative breasts. Apparently, it looked as though someone had taken an ice cream scooper to her chest. Boys could literally fit their fists inside of the craters. Jackie is survived by her mother Deborah, her father James, and a litter of kittens due to be born any day now. Let us please take a moment of silence for those we have lost.
The following message was not approved before going on air.
You may have heard a rumor that Flood Giggles is engaged to a balloon. That's right, a latex balloon. Well, you are right. He is engaged to a latex balloon. But does that make him a weirdo?
Not at all. That makes him a civil rights leader. Flood Giggles. He fucks a balloon.
My name is Flood Giggles, and somebody is getting fired.
Candidate for Mayor Tom Dashammer is in hot water after accidentally tweeting a nude photo of himself jumping on a trampoline. The picture was intended for Tom's girlfriend, said firefighters who were first on the scene. Mr. Dashammer commented on the incident today after a rally that had been rescheduled over 1,000 times.
Big fucking deal.
Tom has surged in the polls since exposing his penis on the internet, baffling local pundits. Flood Giggles has yet to issue a response to Tom's nude photograph, though rumors are circulating that Mr. Giggles plans to release a sex tape to try and retake the lead in the polls. Only time will tell.
This Saturday night, live at the Trojan Condoms Coliseum, big motherfucking fights. Come see all your favorite stars, including heterosexual Hank Erickson, sexual predator Mark Hanks, and Walter White Power Simpson. And in our main event, witness rising star Punches Impossible fight Roy the Jobber Barons for the heavyweight championship of the world in a loser must murder the one he loves match. Kids seats still $5. Saturday. Trojan Condoms Coliseum. Murder the one you love.
Scalpel. Malpractice with Dr. Mal.
Hello, and welcome to Malpractice. I am Dr. Mal. Today, I want to talk to you about healthcare. Healthcare costs in Little Mushroom have been growing like a boner with a woman's hand wrapped around it. Lots of people in Little Mushroom have had to give up their entire lives just to pay their medical bills.
I lost my arm in a goldfish attack last year, and I could not afford to pay my hospital bills. You see, so what they did is they took my son Jax. He's only 3.
That was Auburn Smith. He lost custody of his child after a goldfish ripped his arm clean off one sad summer night. Auburn worked as a human doorbell. As you know, this is a very low-paying job. He did not make enough money to afford good health plan that could have saved his family the disgrace of having a piece of shit for a father. Auburn's wife Tilly left him soon after, voluntarily becoming a sex slave for a terrorist organization. Auburn's story should wake up the people of Little Mushroom and force our politicians to tackle the issue of healthcare. I'm looking right at you, Tom Dashammer and Flood Giggles. Pih! I spit on you. This has been Malpractice with Dr. Mal. Thank you for joining me. Stop by next time when I will talk more about health issues that are facing Little Mushroom. Thank you and good night. Hello, it's Dr. Mulligan with your medical tip of the day. It is a smart idea to let this child burn himself on stove when he is young. It will allow him to develop antibodies which will prevent it from happening later on in life. That is all for today. Stay healthy by smoking Camel Super Tar Black, the only cigarette with enough tar to cover parking lot.
Have you recently been injured doing something stupid? Did you cheat on your wife with her grandma and now she wants to divorce you and take everything you own? Have you ever stepped on a crack and broke your mama's back? If you answered yes or no to any of the questions, call the law offices of Jack Sex, attorney at law. He will win you money and maybe, just maybe, win your heart.
Hi, Jack Sex. Got a smooth cock? That's cock, C-O-C-K, all caps. Give me a call.
To set up an appointment with Jack Sex, please call 1-800-I-WANT-SEX. That's 1-800-I-WANT-SEX. Call in the next 20 minutes and shipping is free.
Little Mushroom Schools will begin teaching the story of Santa Claus in science class next semester, a decision that has many experts confused. Conservative radio talk show host Bastard Garbage, a strong supporter of the decision, explained himself earlier today after running over a turtle with his car. Children need to learn every theory on how presents get delivered on Christmas Eve. Now, the secular view that our parents put them there is not the only possible explanation. Scientists coast to coast have said this is the craziest decision the Board of Education has ever made. Albert Einstein, again, no relation to the famous one, issued a statement through Sean Puff Daddy Combs' Twitter feed, which he had hacked.
The new school curriculum teaches students the story of Santa Claus. I quit science. Hashtag Santagate.
A national poll of parents found that less than 2% really care what goes on in the classroom. Bastard Garbage issued a challenge to Albert Einstein to debate the merits of the Santa Claus story in the classroom. Dr. Einstein accepted, and the debate will be carried on local PBS stations this Thursday evening. Check local listings. Hello, everybody. We have a very special guest joining us in the studio right now. He has a big motherfucking fight this Saturday night at the Trojan Condoms Coliseum. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Punches Impossible.
Thank you, Dylan. Hey, everybody.
Now, do you prefer Punches or Mr. Impossible?
Punches is fine.
Okay, Punches. You've been doing this a long time. What made you get into professional fighting?
Well, my life was full of violence when I was younger.
Can you elaborate?
Well, when I was 6 years old, my father spent all winter digging a hole to the mantle. And when he was finished, he sent me there to live.
I'm sorry, the mantle?
The mantle of the earth, dude.
So wait, you're telling me that your father dug a hole straight through the crust of the earth, down to the mantle, and afterwards he made you live there?
Yeah, that's right.
I really have nothing to say.
He had a master's degree in child abuse and a BA in beating my ass.
Let me get this straight. Your father went to school to become a better child abuser?
8 fucking years.
I'd like to move on if we could.
Hey, you asked, man.
I know I did. Well, okay, let's not move on. Let's really delve into this.
All right.
So, Punches, you're telling me that your father dug a hole through the crust, which is many, many miles deep. He dug straight through the rocks and the dirt right down to the mantle made of lava. And after that, he made you live there?
Yes.
Is that a good school district?
It's all right, dude.
So this Saturday night, you're fighting Roy the Jobber Barons for the World Heavyweight Championship. How are you preparing for the biggest fight of your life?
Biggest fight of my life? This is not the biggest fight of my life. I had my first professional fight when I was 4 years old, and you knew who I fought?
I do not.
It was against my dad in a barbed wire steel cage. First blood, Hell in a Cell, Elimination Chamber.
All right. I believe that's all the time we have. Punches Impossible, thank you for joining us today, and good luck Saturday night against the Jobber.
If I lose, his family will pay, dude.
Hey, what's that you're eating?
This is called a salad.
No, that white stuff on top of it.
Oh, that's Gable and Son ranch dressing. The only ranch dressing triple purified through a saturation process in a golden distillery with a secret recipe delivered down by the gods on stone tablets.
No, that other white stuff.
Hi, my name is Creamy Gable, and I make the best ranch dressing in the world.
Creamy Gable Ranch Dressing. It might become your favorite dressing. Also, it might become.
Hello again, this is Dylan Jungle, and I'm not really sure how to end this.